If you're in the JavaScript world, you already know the deal. It's this incredible, vibrant ecosystem, but man, it's also a constant hunt for tools that are just faster and simpler. Today, we're going to dive into a piece of tech that isn't just another small step forward, it's a total rethink of how we even approach JavaScript development.
This just nails it, doesn't it? For years, even with all the cool new things happening, there's been this nagging feeling of friction. This sense that things, installing packages, running tests, starting up a server, just take a little too long.
So, to really get why a tool like Bun is making such huge waves, we kind of have to look back. Look, Node.js absolutely changed the game, there's no question. But over the last decade or so, a lot of complexity, a lot of technical weight just started to pile up. And this right here, this is the reality for most developers. To build pretty much any modern app, you don't just use Node. You have to assemble this whole collection of separate tools. You need your package manager, then a bundler, a transpiler for your TypeScript, a test runner. It's this constant juggling act that a lot of us just call toolchain fatigue. And that fatigue, it has a real cost. You end up burning so much time and mental energy just managing the tools themselves. Fighting with config files, chasing down weird compatibility bugs between them. It's like this hidden tax you have to pay before you can even get to the real work of building things. And it goes deeper than just the toolchain. There are these architectural cracks that have formed over the years. Things like slow cold starts, how long it takes your app to boot up, which is a huge deal for serverless functions. And then there's the big one. The endless, frustrating civil war between two different ways of handling modules, which has been a headache for pretty much everyone.
So all this friction, all this complexity, it basically set the stage perfectly for someone to come along and just say, what if we started over? What if we did it all differently? And that brings us to Bun.
Now, here is the most important thing to understand. Bun isn't just another tool you add to your collection. It's designed from the very beginning to be the entire collection. It takes the runtime, the package manager, the bundler, the test runner, everything, and puts it into one single, blazing fast program.
And when you see it laid out like this, the difference is just night and day. Things you used to need a whole separate library for, like running TypeScript or JSX, Bun just understands it out of the box. Installing packages, one command. Running tests, one command. And that whole module system civil war, Bun just handles both, seamlessly. The friction just disappears. Oh, and did I mention it's fast? I mean, absurdly fast. When it comes to installing packages, Bun can be up to 29 times faster than NPM. Let that sink in. That's not just an improvement, that's a whole different reality. And hey, remember that cold start problem we talked about? Well, look at this. Bun's startup time is just a tiny fraction of Node.js's. This is a massive, massive advantage for the way we're building apps today, especially with serverless and edge computing.
Okay, so we've established Bun is fast, like really fast. But the natural question is, how? How is this even possible? Well, the answer isn't magic. It's just some incredibly smart and fundamental engineering choices they made from day one. You can really boil its secret sauce down to two main ingredients. First, the JavaScript engine they chose to build on top of, and second, the actual programming language they used to build Bun itself. See, Node.js is built on Google's V8 engine, which is an absolute beast, but it's optimized for one thing: raw speed over long-running server processes. Bun, on the other hand, chose Apple's JavaScriptCore. Its primary goal isn't peak speed, but fast startups and memory efficiency, which, it turns out, is exactly what you need for command-line tools, tests, and serverless functions. And the second ingredient is this language called Zig. Instead of something like C++, Bun is written in this newer, low-level language that gives developers an almost obsessive amount of control over performance and memory. So why does that matter? It's all about predictability. With Zig, there's no automatic garbage collector that can randomly pause your program to clean out memory. There are no hidden operations happening behind your back. This means the creators of Bun can fine-tune every single little piece of the runtime for the absolute best performance possible. And this is where the magic really happens. This combination of the fast-starting JavaScript core engine and the control of Zig means the two parts can work together with almost zero friction. They're not just two fast things bolted together. They're designed to be fast together. All right, so enough of the deep technical details. What does all this wizardry actually mean for developers in the real world? What kind of impact is this having on the entire JavaScript ecosystem? Well, since its big 1.0 release, things have moved incredibly fast. Developers are grabbing it for new projects, using it to speed up their build pipelines, and we're even starting to see new frameworks pop up that are built specifically to take advantage of Bun's ridiculous speed.
But you know, Bun's biggest impact might not even be about what Bun itself does. It's that its sheer existence, its speed, acts as a forcing function. It puts pressure on everybody else, on Node.js, on Dino, to get faster and innovate. And that's a huge win for all of us.
At the end of the day, Bun's main strengths, that super fast startup and low memory footprint, are just perfectly aligned with where software is heading. Things like serverless computing, edge functions, all the stuff that's defining the future of the web. Bun feels like it was tailor-made for it. This quote just perfectly brings us full circle. For a decade, we've been bundling more and more complexity, more and more weight onto our developer experience. Bun is about unbundling us, the developers, from all of that. And this leads us to this wonderful, beautiful paradox. Bun achieves this great unbundling from complexity by, ironically, bundling the entire toolchain into one single package. It takes the burden of complexity off of our shoulders and puts it into the tool itself. Which leaves us with one final, pretty big question. By showing us what's possible, Bun is aggressively raising the bar for what we should all expect from our tools. It's proving that a faster, simpler, more cohesive developer experience isn't a pipe dream. So is this the new normal? Is this the new baseline for what it means to develop in JavaScript? I guess only time will tell.